Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Ryan, for those of you joining for the first time today. All right, guys, it's been a while since I've been on, since I made a video and talked to you guys, and I do apologize for that. It has been a busy couple weeks, so I am here now. I'm going to try to make this video as informative, and I know that you guys have seen this information already. This is just my take on it, right? It's just what I feel about some of this information, and you guys can do with it what you will. Guys, I think one of the biggest things that was to happen over the last like week and a half or however long it's been since I made a video is that AMC is now on 24-hour trading with Robinhood, right? Everybody's freaking out about that. Everybody is saying that it's bad and it's all the money's just going to Citadel, right? I don't disagree with that. However, I'm going to put a different spin on it, okay? Um, it opens up trading to apes that probably had a hard time trading because of some of their work hours, right? Like, and this is just me talking because of being in the position in the past where I worked a graveyard shift. I worked graveyard for a long time in a manufacturing plant, and I started work at my shift changed. So originally my shift was from 10 p.m. to 6:30 a.m. and my shift switched from 6:30 to 6. I'm sorry, 6 to 6:30. So we went from working 8 hours to working 12-hour shifts in the same job, and either way it was I started after trading hours were done, and then I ended before they started unless I was trading pre-market. Um it's hard for some people, right? Like when you work a graveyard shift, you are sleeping all the time when you're not there. And if you're not sleeping, you're probably spending time with your family and living life, but you're always tired on that shift, right? So like being tired and trying to trade stocks is not the best way to go about it sometimes because your mind is not always there. That being said, once you get into your graveyard shift, and let's say you're working and you're at your most peak awakeness, you probably will have some more clarity when it comes to trading, right? So this is just like a one-off example of why I'm okay with it, because it does open up the amount of people who can trade and buy AMC stock. The other thing that I want to point out, so I didn't have a Robinhood account, or I did in the past. I canceled it a long time ago. So I opened up a new one. I didn't put any money in it, but I wanted to look at what the stats are showing on Robinhood when it comes to AMC trading after hours, okay? So when you go into here and you look up the AMC stock, and I don't have this on the screen, but it's on my phone, AMC Entertainment, you scroll down here, average volume, 22.28 million shares a day, right? Today we traded 20.9 million shares throughout the day today, okay? Overnight volume is 22,402 people. Guys, that is such a small amount of trades that's happening overnight that if you're worried about it going into the dark pools, you're worrying about the payment for order flow going right to Citadel. Yes, those are all valid things. Those are things that we have all been fighting for a long time. So I'm not discounting that. I'm not saying that that's right. It's not going to change right now, but I'm saying is that the volume is at such a small amount that if you're worried about them using the after hours trading to continue to manipulate the stock, you don't have to worry about it until you see those after hours volume numbers being way higher than what they are. Okay. So keep that in mind, guys. Right now, Fintel, and so it's not up to date information, of course, and it's also self-reported, is showing that the short interest is at 11.53. So that hasn't changed in a little while. Not much has changed, guys. The max pain for this week is at $7. So right about where we're trading at right now. The highest call, where it's out of the money is right now is at $9. At $9, there's 68,000 call contracts in the money. I don't think they're going to let it run to that. They're going to keep it at where it's at the $7 range and try and do that. And just make the most amount of money that they can because of people that are still trading call options on this stock. If you're doing it, fine. As long as you're making money, go ahead. Just put the money back into the actual stock, not just in the call options. The best way to make your call options matter in AMC is to exercise the stock, not just sell it to somebody else, not just to sell the contract to somebody else. Okay. So keep that in mind when you're doing this. When we look at a day like yesterday, and let me go to my yesterday chart, my daily chart, I'm sorry. Yesterday we were up 9.18%, right? It was looking really good. And then today we're down 6.28%, right? So like we've had this up and down a lot over the last week and this week, right? 11/29. So last Wednesday, it was my birthday. It was a 7% increase on the day. And I thought, okay, great. That's a good happy birthday present to me. It's not a lot, but it's something, right? And then the next day it dropped again for everything that we gained the day before. Okay. I think what they're doing is they're showing you they can control what the stock does, because guys, we know this isn't ape selling. We know that this isn't all of a sudden everybody wakes up in the morning and says, everybody buy stock. And then the next day, everybody sell everything you bought yesterday, right? That's not happening. That's not what apes are doing. So don't fall into a mindset of apes are selling, I better sell, I better get out, right? We've gone over this 100 times. I'm going to continue to go over this because I think it's important. Okay. What I think it is that they're showing you how much control they have over the stock until they don't. Now, you need to hear that part. You need to hear the part that says until they don't, because at some point they're going to lose their control. And that's what we are and have been waiting for. It is coming. It will come. You don't have to worry about that, guys. It's not going to change. They're going to lose their control. The theory behind this has not gone away. There are still billions of synthetic shares. There's still, just a massive amount of money that they're dumping into this every single day to just make us feel like we're not going anywhere and that we're not going to continue to move, guys. It can't go on forever. And like I've said before, I'm willing to wait until it happens. Right now, guys, Stonko Tracker is showing that there are 5 million shares available to borrow tomorrow morning. Okay. They're probably going to borrow them, right? They're probably going to borrow them. They're probably going to drop the stock again. And then on Thursday, we might see it run up again. And then Friday, we'll see it taper back down. But I bet you we finish somewhere around the $7 range this week, because that's what just has been the trend for them. They know what they're doing. All right. They're not stupid. To tell you again why I think that I know that AIMs aren't selling is I'm going to continue to show you this. We're going to continue to look at order flow numbers. Today, the order flow, the inflow is 28.93 and the outflow is 24.90, guys. $4 million in difference was bought into it, then sold. Guys, that doesn't drop a stock by 6%, right? It just doesn't happen unless they're doing it the same way they've been doing it, which is manipulating how those buys and sells come through. Okay. And I told you guys this in a video last week. When you buy on the way down, you're showing the downward pressure. You're not helping it go up, right? When you start seeing that stock run up, that's when you start buying, because you're showing that the stock is wanting to be bought during upward movement, right? And that will continue to drive that price movement upwards, not continue to bring it downwards, because they know you'll buy the lower it goes. All right. You got to just, obviously, I'm not telling you when to buy. Buy whenever you want, right? Like, buy at whatever price you feel comfortable. I will never tell you otherwise. This is your money. It's not my money. I am not a financial advisor. I am just telling you what I think. This is just my opinion on this and what I think we can do to change it. I think that just holding is probably more beneficial to AMC than anything else, because they can't do anything with shares that aren't being moved. They need your real shares to cover their synthetic shares. You know that. I know that. It doesn't matter how many people out there tell you that you're just buying synthetics. That is not a lie, but it's not how it works, right? Like, you as a retail investor trading on Webull, Fidelity, Schwab, Moomoo, Robinhood, whoever, you cannot buy synthetic shares. It's not a possibility for you, in the sense of, like, when you click the buy button, you are clicking to buy a real share. Okay. So they need your shares to be able to cover their synthetic shares. Know that. Just continue to know that. So that's why I say holding will have a bigger impact than continuing to buy. Doesn't matter how much you buy or sell, right? I want you to continue to buy shares whenever you can, if that's what you want to do, right? Like I buy when I can. I know that I got friends and family that buy whenever they can. Okay. It doesn't change the fact that none of us have sold because we're holding what we have. We're only increasing our positions. When you buy new shares, you're not enabling them to do anything. You're increasing your portfolio value, right? Or your portfolio percentage of AMC or whatever shares you're buying. But depending on when you buy impacts the stock differently. So just research that, look into that. Guys, I'm going to be doing a video soon. And I say soon again as a relative term because I hope to be able to get to it soon. That just goes over some of the past DD so that there are some of the new apes that are watching will be able to see what it is that we are always talking about, what's commented in the comment section, some of the things that I talk about throughout my videos. I want the new apes, I want new people on the channel to see what it is that I'm talking about. So if you like that idea, give me a shout out in the comments and let me know if there's anything in specific that you would like me to talk about. Guys, I'm going to go. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. I will hopefully be on here Friday to catch up again. In the meantime, stay positive, stay motivated, stay motivating. Talk to you guys later. Bye.